A ground guide is an essential component to moving vehicles in restricted visibility and restricted terrain conditions. However, if the ground guide or vehicle operator doesn't follow or execute proper procedures, the results can be deadly. Ground guides are a vehicle operator's eyes when maneuvering equipment. Therefore, training and coordination for both ground guides and operators is critical. Each year, soldiers are seriously injured and killed in ground guiding accidents. All accidents are preventable. Leaders and supervisors must preserve and protect each soldier by enforcing the fundamentals of ground guiding procedures. Make sure everyone understands the requirements in AR 385-10, Chapter 11, Prevention of Motor Vehicle Accidents, and that they know the basic signals to guide vehicle and equipment operators outlined in FM 21-60, Visual Signs. Leaders and soldiers can prevent needless losses by following 5 simple rules of safety when operating tactical wheeled vehicles. 1. Always use ground guides when backing, in bivouac, congested or unfamiliar areas, or when maneuvering in hazardous terrain. This is especially important when the operator's visibility is restricted or in areas prone to vehicle rollovers. 2. Complete a 360-degree walk-around of the vehicle before startup. 3. Before the vehicle moves, ensure ground guides are properly positioned. If the operator loses sight of them during movement, they must stop the vehicle. 4. Use proper hand and arm signals. 5. Be alert, especially at night and during periods of limited visibility. Consider the tactical situation and, when feasible, use ground guides when backing, in congested or unfamiliar areas, or when you're required to maneuver in hazardous terrain. This is especially important in areas prone to rollovers, such as around waterways and bridges, or other areas where roads are likely to collapse. In some tactical situations, when a ground guide is not available or feasible, the gunner may guide the vehicle from the turret using intercom communications with the driver. However, in congested areas such as motor pools and bivouac areas, you must always use ground guides. Ground guides must clear the area around themselves and the vehicle before giving any command to move the vehicle. Always check underneath and around the vehicle before signaling the driver to start up. Ensure nothing, to include personnel, is in the vehicle's path of movement. Although it is not authorized, soldiers have been seriously injured, some of them fatally, while sleeping under or in close proximity to vehicles. So in a tactical environment, this check is crucial, especially at night and early in the morning. Be sure the ground guide is positioned properly before the vehicle moves out. Position front ground guides to the left front or driver's side, and rear guides to the left rear of vehicles. Never allow a ground guide to walk directly into the vehicle's path. Ground guides should also never run, walk backward, or position themselves between the vehicle and another vehicle, object, or structure where they can be pinned or crushed. Ground guides must keep a proper distance from the vehicle, approximately 10 meters. The operator should maintain a distance that allows visibility of the ground guide's boots. Ensure drivers understand they must stop immediately if they lose sight of the ground guide or don't understand a signal. When using 2 ground guides, they must maintain visual contact with each other. The front ground guide must stop the vehicle if he or she loses sight of the rear ground guide. It's imperative that ground guides use proper hand and arm signals. Because voice signals can be misunderstood or go unheard, they should only be used in emergencies. As previously mentioned, the Army has published visual signals in FM 21-60 that all ground guides should use. These signals may seem routine to experienced crews, yet all too often, ground guides do not make them distinct or use variations of their own. This can lead to confusion in the operator's mind, and confusion can lead to serious trouble. All signals should be made clearly, with distinction and without variation. Use the following hand and arm signals when guiding tactical wheeled vehicles. To gain the attention of the driver, the ground guide extends the arm sideways, slightly above the horizontal, palm to the front, and waves the arm to and from the head several times. When ready to guide the vehicle, the ground guide gives the "I am ready, are you ready" signal. As with any signal, the movement should be precise and distinct. Extend the arm toward the driver and then raise the arm slightly above the horizontal with palm facing outward. The driver should respond with the "I am ready" signal. To signal the operator to start the engine or prepare to move, simulate cranking an engine by moving your arm with the fist at waist level in a circle. At night, move a light to depict a horizontal figure 8 in a vertical plane in front of the body. This tells the driver to move forward. Move the hands and arms backward and forward with palms facing toward the chest. This tells the driver to halt or stop. Raise the hand upward to the full extent of the arm, palm to the front. Hold that position until the signal is understood. In limited visibility conditions, move a light horizontally back and forth several times across the path of approaching traffic to stop vehicles. This signal alerts the driver to increase speed of movement. It is the same signal as double time. Raise the fist to shoulder level. Thrust the fist upward to the full extent of the arm and back to shoulder level rapidly several times. When using a light, move it vertically several times in front of the body. To decrease speed of movement, extend the arm horizontally sideward, palm to the front, wave the arm slightly downward several times, keeping the arm straight. Do not move the arm above the horizontal. To have the driver move the vehicle in reverse, face the vehicle being signaled. Raise the hands to shoulder level, palms to the front. Move the hands forward and backward. If a rear ground guide is being used, the front guide will use this signal, while the rear guide will use the forward signal. During limited visibility, hold a light at shoulder level, blink it several times toward the driver. When ground guiding through a route with multiple turns, for example, when a vehicle follows the guide around a motor pool, use the signal for advance or move out. Face the direction of movement, hold the arm extended to the rear, swing the arm overhead and forward in the direction of movement, and hold the arm horizontal with palm facing down. Then walk along the desired route in front of and to the left of the vehicle. When directing the driver to turn the vehicle left or right, extend the arm in the direction of the turn horizontally to the side, palm facing outward. During limited visibility, rotate a light to describe a circle 12 to 18 inches in diameter in the direction of the turn. To tell the driver to turn while backing, use a combination of move in reverse and left or right turn signals. Hold the arm parallel in the direction of the desired turn. Raise the other hand to shoulder level, palm to the front. Move the hand forward and backward in a pushing motion. Remember, hand and arm signals are critical to communication when maneuvering tactical wheeled vehicles in assembly areas, harsh terrain, or at any time the condition of the road surface or terrain is unknown. When in doubt, use a ground guide. Practicing these signals frequently and correctly and following 5 simple rules of safety when operating tactical wheeled vehicles will ensure your crew can accomplish the mission both safely and effectively. Always use ground guides when backing, in bivouac, congested or unfamiliar areas, or when maneuvering in hazardous terrain. Check around the vehicle before startup. Before the vehicle moves, ensure ground guides are properly positioned. If the operator loses sight of them during movement, they must stop the vehicle. Use proper hand and arm signals. Be alert, especially at night and during periods of limited visibility. Army safe is Army strong.